Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Singaporean Talks Money. So today I'm going to talk about the end of 2023 portfolio review and how my total investments have hit 100,000 before the year ends. So 2023 is almost over and the stock market as well as the world has been on a whirlwind of emotional ride. Wars are happening, and while the stock market has been recovering steadily towards the year end, it is a lot more positive in the market than what I expected. As we review my financial portfolio, let's also pray for those suffering and hope that this difficult time will be over for them soon. With my total net worth hitting 100,000 about 1 or 2 months back, coupled with the bull market in stocks and cryptocurrencies, my investment portfolio alone, without cash, has also hit the 100,000 mark. With that, it is nice seeing the 6-digit goal being hit before I turn 30 in 2025. Aiming for 150,000 for when I reach 30 years old, but I'm not too extreme now, as I think I can let off some steam since reaching 100,000. So just for the record, the data on my portfolio below is recorded on Christmas Eve, 24th December 2023. So let's look at my stock portfolio. This has been a great recovery year. I've been constantly buying monthly into QQQ, which has helped with the portfolio value. And I'm happy with where it is right now, although Tesla is still a large portion. So I'm bringing it down by adding onto index ETFs like QQQ on a monthly basis. Let's move on to the cryptocurrencies portfolio. Wow, what a great end to cryptocurrencies in 2023 in terms of I wasn't adding much positions throughout the year, so not too crazy gains for this portion, but I've been holding on to my positions, so it was nice to see the jump in value, and it contributed to helping my investment portfolio hit past 100,000. As you can see from the chart, crypto has not been back at its all-time highs, but we can see some recovery, and especially if we compare it to the previous year. So for this, I'm not really adding positions here, although from various opinions online that 2024 is going to be the year of breakout for cryptocurrencies, since multiple huge events are coming up, like the Bitcoin spot ETF, Bitcoin halving event, and institutions wanting or having to allocate a portion into cryptocurrencies. For me at the moment, maybe I will add some Ethereum, but other than that, not much here. I did see some altcoins going crazy like the previous bull market as people double their portfolios with the altcoins. But at the moment, I'm not really into that. So next, let's move on to the SIFE REIT. So REITs have seen some improvement since Powell mentioned about holding rates and that they are thinking of stopping rate hikes at the moment. And so the general opinions is that there might be even rate cuts coming up next year. So the jump was quite substantial as my SIFE REITs portfolio jumped from a loss to profit. I do reinvest my dividends and also have a small monthly contribution to it. And this portfolio is mainly for the long term, so I'm not like making any huge actions, just monthly contributions at the moment. So let's talk about options. So mostly covered calls have been something that I picked up at the later half of the year, and I'm still learning a lot from it. So far, it has been a profit, but I did make a few mistakes when I first started. When I first started, I did weekly covered calls on Tesla, which is a volatile stock. So within a week, it can fluctuate huge and hit the strike price. I had two such occasions where the strike price was hit, and after that, I had to sell off 100 shares of it. So I was afraid of missing out on gains, and I immediately bought back on a Monday, which was a wrong move. As with any huge tick up, usually a small correction would happen, and the prices would drop. So on that two occasions, I could have waited and bought back with no losses, but I FOMOed and bought in straight when the market opened. However, fortunately, the difference was not huge since I bought weekly options, so the total premiums would still cover it and make it a profit. So recently, I have moved to monthly covered calls where I can choose a further strike price and get reasonable premiums due to time decay, a longer time period before it expires. So for me, currently, I'm only doing this on Google and Tesla. Google is relatively steady, although we did see like a huge jump in the last week or last 2 weeks or so. But overall, it's been good for Google. Premiums are definitely not as high as Tesla, but it's a good balance. For me right now, I'm not adding to any individual stock, so the premiums are usually redirected to buying extra units of QQQ. And for Google and Tesla combined, I don't receive like huge amount of premiums in terms of the overall, but just some nice change to build up cash or to set up some buys for QQQ. I'm not focusing huge on options as I just see it as a small supplement. So let's talk about the total portfolio. So since hitting 100,000 in investments, I can really see the larger fluctuations in that let's say 10% is suddenly a larger number compared to 10,000. So I'm looking forward to growing it to 200,000 and beyond. But I'm definitely watching out on the positions and the risk factor. So 2024 will be an exciting year for the markets as we can see cryptocurrencies might even have major adoption for the general public. Even for the stock market, interest rate cuts and inflation will be major indicators, but we can definitely see a lot more tensions rising among nations, and most recently we can see it through the Red Sea attacks. All of this will bring about huge disruptions, and we shall see how things go. Next, I think towards the end of the year is when we suddenly get a lot of inspiration and want to start something again. So for me, I'm starting my YouTube channel again. I've always been interested in content creation and recording my journey. But of course, laziness got the better of me in recent years, so I was not churning out as many articles and videos, especially since video requires substantial effort. But for 2024, I'm hoping to start releasing some YouTube videos, although I think focusing on articles are still my main focus. It will be interesting to see how different platforms attract different age groups and population. So I'm wishing that 2024 will be a peaceful year and fruitful year as I enjoy the last year of my 20s. Thank you for watching Singaporean Talks Money, and I'll see you in the new year. Thank you.